everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. We've been working on this project for a whole year. It has now come to a close, and that is the finale for 50 Shades of Brown. This was a project where there were 50 brown related items in terms of name, packaging, the product itself, in the name, whatever. And I did okay. There are definitely some things, if I were to do this kind of project again, I would switch up. Just make it a little bit more interesting for both you and for me. But let's dive into what I had left as of the last month. As of the last update, I had 8 items left of the original 50 I rolled in the intro, and let's see where things ended up. So we're going to start off with this. I am wearing this today. This is my Pinky Rose eyeshadow base stick in Hip Hop. I have been using this as my eyeshadow primer. So this has been getting a lot of use, although it did take me a while to start using this item. Since my last update, I've actually reached for this one 33 times, which brings me to a total in this project from brand new 170 uses on this item. And as you can see, a little bit of progress. I've got some progress, but obviously there's still such a long way to go with this item. So, is it the most fun, exciting? No, but it is an item nonetheless. All right, let's move on to Girlactik. This is their metallic eye sparkle in the shade Glam. So you can see, like, there's definitely some stuff going on with this particular item. This is gorgeous. My problem with it, though, is it doesn't last super well in the eyes, and it almost makes my eyelids feel a little heavy. So I generally tended to use this one as a touch-up eyeshadow, so like whatever I had on the day, throw this on top, or for dog walks. So since my last update, I had reached for it 10 times. Awesome. That only brings me to 21 uses in the project, so 3 weeks out of a total year. Not very good, but it did compete with other items. And hey, at least I used it. I've got a bit of an opinion on this now, so that is still kind of a win. I made some progress. Now, this one was a goal to finish this month, and I did. This was my L'Oreal Bronze Eyeliner as part of the Pro Longwear line. This, I only got 3 more uses. It was a struggle to sharpen, bringing me to 117 uses in the project. So in this project, I have finished 2 brown bronze eyeliners, so that's really, really exciting. These are kind of like a staple. They are my preferred eyeliner shade. I just started using this. This is from Pink Lips in the shade Fantasy. So this I started using for the first time last month, and I want to get 20 uses on it this month just so I could get some progress happening. I actually reached for it 22 times, bringing me to 27 uses in the project. So that is it there. It doesn't come across as brown, which is good, but I still don't think it's the most flattering. It was brand new, so with those 27 uses, I am down to there, which brings me to this much product left. So lots of product, but also not too much. It's complicated. For now, though, this is going to go back into my collection because that's not really a color I want to be wearing right now anyway. Okay, that finishes off the makeup. I had 1 skincare item left as of the last month, which was the Peter Thomas Roth Pumpkin Enzyme Mask. You're seeing where I was last time with it. This has been kind of a priority mask over the last couple of months as it says, it's a resurfacer. So it's kind of like my exfoliating type of product. And as of today, as of a couple nights ago, I have now finished it. This was the last of a 4-pack I had purchased, and so now they're all done and out of my collection. So very, very exciting. Yeah, it's getting that fall bakery kind of scent. So at least the seasonalist was appropriate so I could get it out now before we get fully into spring weather, but I am so pleased to have this as an empty. And that brings us to the last empty that I'm going to be talking about today, which is going to kickstart the body care section. So we're going to go on a really high note and then end kind of low. So this is my Pocket Back in Frosted Coconut Snowball. This one expires September 2025, so it definitely was a priority to finish. As of the last month, I was down here, so this has been done for quite a while. It didn't take me too long after my last update. This was actually pretty good for a winter to spring transition scent. Yeah, this was actually probably the most I enjoyed Frosted Coconut Snowball. So that's kind of fun, actually. So got this one done. That is my final empty. Which brings us then to these. So these are from Dove. These are the, what is this? Body Wash Mousse. So I have the coconut oil one and the argan oil one. And these I use exclusively as shaving products. So in terms of progress, I don't know where this started. This one had use when I rolled it in a year ago in my intro. And it is like somewhere down here now. Yeah, it's like, if I were to mark it, I'd say like somewhere here-ish. So I made progress. This does have a very particular use in my collection, so that's great. I will just keep using it in that way. Obviously, if I just used it as a body wash, they would have been done. But because it's so good for shaving, it foams up, it's really soft, it works really well. I enjoy it. I just didn't get as far as I hoped. So I did not finish the coconut oil one, which means that the argan oil one I didn't even touch. This is completely full. It has never been used. And unfortunately, this is the only item in the entire project I did not touch, because why would I open this one when the coconut oil was still open? So a little bit of a fail in that regard. I clearly overestimated my use on that particular item, but it kind of is what it is. So if you're counting, that means there are only 5 items of the original 50 I did not finish in this project. So 45 out of 50, I'm pretty pleased with it. And like I said earlier, if I was to do this kind of project again, I have some plans on it. Today that I'm putting the finale up is the same day that I'm sure a lot of intros are going up for the new project. So in case you haven't seen it, here's a little spoiler alert. Be mindful. But you may have noticed that the new project that the Fantastic Ladies are doing for the color this year, it is 50 Shades of Black. And this was posted quite a few months ago in the Fantastic Ladies collaboration Facebook group. And I originally did go through my collection and started picking out items that I would want to put in the project. However, quite a few months ago, I decided that this wasn't going to be a project I was going to pursue, simply because I felt it wouldn't be very fun for me to do or for you to do and to watch. So here's the rationale. I originally started going through it. I'm like, black eyeliner, mascara, black packaging. And then that's why I kind of got stuck. Because at least with a lot of other colors, they're more versatile. Like, okay, black nail polish, but I don't like to double dip with project polish, so I'm not going to go there. Black eyeshadow. I use so little black eyeshadow. I don't use it as liners, and I already have eyeliners I'd be putting in the project anyway. So I decided 50 Shades of Black packaging essentially wasn't going to be as fun, so I decided to skip it for this year. I know it can be, again, it can be related to the name, the product itself, the packaging. I think it also extends to like Black-owned beauty and Black-owned brands, for example, as well. So that is great. I just felt it wasn't the best fit for me. So I'll be eagerly awaiting to see future colors that gets voted on and decided on. And maybe I'll jump in on this project again at that point. But in terms of this project for this year, we're just going to leave it. I've learned a lot, and then we'll see if there's other projects that I want to pick up instead. It is April, so you know a project is going to be starting very soon, so at least you'll have that to look forward to. But that's going to wrap up 50 Shades of Brown. So quite an ambitious project, 5 items standing at the end. I think that's okay. But that is going to wrap up this finale. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss other panning content. I do a lot of it on this channel for your enjoyment. So I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.